Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And today was the big day that Disney employees were going to walk out in protest of that Florida bill. Mm-hmm. And in Florida, we had one employee. One
employee showed up.
One employee walked out.
And all the media is going on about, all the employees walking out. All the employees No, that's all California.
California,
because they don't want to move. California is where they all walked out, even though the bill is impacting Florida. One protester showed up in Florida.
Yeah, which this actually lends a little more weight to our theory that this protest has less to do with that Florida bill and more to do with the fact that there are a lot of California Disney employees who don't want to relocate. Now, the thing is that most of the protesters, from what I can see, are working on the animation side of things. They were never in danger of being relocated to Florida. It's Imagineering and theme park people that were being relocated to Florida. So this really doesn't even affect them directly.
So I have no idea. I mean, that's why they showed up to protest.
Yeah.
But they said even then there was like 100 in California and one in Florida. One
lone protester in Florida. Now, we'll talk about this because they were told by their union, Disney employees, that they were not allowed to go on strike.
They said that it violated their contract.
Yeah, and if you want to continue to get paid, and we know they renegotiated their contracts a couple of years ago, violating that contract is not a good thing. So we're going to talk about this walkout, which went worse, I think, than Netflix's walkout. And Disney's got to be looking at this like, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 261,000 subs. Thank you for the support. Way more people than actually walked out on the job at Disney. For sure, by tens of thousands. But, you said you're going to give this guy props for...
I am, because you know what? Agree or disagree, with what he's protesting, Mm-hmm. He showed up and he went out there all by himself. So I can respect that. I can respect the courage it takes to go out there and be there all by yourself to protest alone, and because no one else came, and that you're standing there because you believe in something. It might not be what I believe. It might be what I believe. I'm not saying either way, but what I'm saying is I think it takes a lot of guts, and I can respect that.
Yeah, I've said before with people, when we get into like, political discussions or theological discussions or whatever, I said that I've got more respect for somebody who can articulate their point of view.
And they stick to their guns. And
they don't change their opinions. And, they do stick to their guns. Yeah, I've got more respect for that. So, props to this guy for being the only protester at Disney World with tens of thousands of employees.
Right. I just thought, even if you don't agree with what he's protesting, the fact that he had the courage to do it, I think is something that's commendable. Anyway,
so this was earlier today. This was, last night. This was the Disney Walkout, the official Twitter account, I guess. We've been informed that Disneyland cast members who do not feel safe, this is Disneyland, California, who do not feel safe to fully walk out tomorrow are being told they cannot even wear Pride or trans Mickey pins to show support. Standing in stark contrast to the words of inclusion spoken by Chappelle today in Town Hall, 2 of 3. These are the Mickey pins that Disney themselves sells. So these are Disney's pins. You're not allowed to wear them. They want us to feel safe, but then sell our identities as brands for profit while preventing those same identities from existing in their own company. It's not exactly what's going on.
But it is weird that they're wearing the pins that Disney sells, and Disney's like, you can't even wear them, and they want to profit. I mean, they're not completely wrong on that. They're not.
This is all happening while many sectors of the company have been internally supportive of employees walking out tomorrow.
They're not going to risk their jobs.
Again, employees that are not directly affected by the Florida bill.
Right. Frontline workers, the most valuable, not even given respect they deserve. I don't think it was frontline workers that showed up to the protest.
No, it was the Disney animators. And again, they are animators in California. There is no danger of them being relocated to the best of my knowledge. They tried doing animation
some of them
in Florida.
Could be the people that are from Imagineering too. I mean, they could be the same met there. But I'm just like, but 100 people showed up. And at the end of the day, this just proves what we were saying, that this walkout was staged by California.
Yes.
Not Florida. Florida, where it's actually impacting the people directly. Florida isn't where this protest was staged from. Even I think the one article I read, it might have been Orlando Sentinel. They're talking about the people that crafted it, which are people from California. Mm-hmm. Because when you look at the list of demands, two of the demands, which I have that here too, go down. Well, the first one was about you have to not give money to these people, which Disney already said they weren't going to.
Right.
The second one is stop work in Florida, which is not going to happen.
No.
They're going to stop work in Florida so that it goes to California. Then no efforts to move employees to Florida offices, and no employee will be terminated when they don't relocate to Florida. When they've already been told if they don't relocate to Florida since last year, they were going to be terminated. They already knew this.
Yeah. Again, to go back to our point, this, regardless of how you feel about the bill, this is about California Disney employees leveraging this situation in Florida to get out of moving to Florida because they didn't want to move to Florida to begin with, which is for all the talk of how disingenuous Disney is being, to use people's anger over this as just a way to
justify not moving.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
This
pretty
was already
shitty.
done, and it was already a thing before any of this started. Like, they already had to give their 90-day decision. They admitted, a lot of them said they were going to move when they had no intention of moving. That's what a lot of this is about. I honestly believe.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing: is Disney going to do anything because of this? Hell no. They're like one.
You say that, but you watch. They will.
Well, they've already made the apology tour. They're doing the apology tour.
They already did their meetings with the people.
Yeah.
A lot of their demands, though, if you're being fair, they've already addressed.
Yeah.
It was like a bunch of stuff they already addressed in that. It was weird. So one protester we showed you is the one who came. And, his name, if you go up, I have his name.
Nicholas Maldonado?
Yeah, and Nicholas, we'll call him Nicholas, because I don't want to say his last name wrong, works at the Character Warehouse and sometimes at the Emporium.
Okay, so I don't know if he'd be covered by the union then or not.
I don't know. But the Orlando Sentinel talks about the union issue. If you go down the article, they talk about what the union said. They said that at least one of the major unions representing Orlando's Disney workers has publicly said it does not support the walkout and it violates a no-strike provision of its contract with the company. Eric Clinton, the president of United Here Local 362, said there are other ways to move the company, which is what we said. He had the union is not affiliated with the Disney Do Better group organizing the walkouts. Other union leaders in Florida and California said they have not seen the walkout gain momentum among their members. Employees in non-unionized positions, including divisions like production, IT, and marketing, are more likely to participate. You mean like the people that are like in animation and stuff that are here?
Yeah. Again, this is weird. It's a little weird. I'm not saying that they don't feel strongly about this bill.
No, I think some of them legitimately do, but I think some of them are just using it to try not to move.
Yes. Yeah. And animation, again, as far as I know, they're not affected. They're not being moved. They tried doing animation in Florida and they shut it down. Mm-hmm. They're not being relocated
I don't know
anywhere.
if it's animation or they're just protesting outside the animation studio.
They said Disney feature animation employees took place in a walkout.
So maybe they're doing the other people, but they said the Orlando Sentinel basically said it was about 100 people total.
Out of the
in California,
tens of thousands of people that work
and one person in Florida.
One person in Florida,
where the bill actually is, where the legislation is actually impactful, and they have it in their head that if Chappelle suddenly said something before it was voted on, it was suddenly going to change it in Florida, and it's how its impact is in Florida, but they're protesting it in California.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
And they all say Disney say gay. And that's not what the name of the bill even is. But
no, and that's a whole nother issue. My thing is, like, I get if you're, whatever you're upset about in California.
You don't want to move to Florida because you're worried about the thing.
Right, the thing. So yeah, that went well. That went about as well as Netflix's walkout. It's going to have about the same effect, I think, as Netflix's walkout. Mm-hmm. And if there's any pressure on Disney, it's going to be coming from the media. It's going to be coming from politicians.
If you look at the media, it's all like, oh, all the protesters that were out there. Just look it up. Disney walkout. Disney, yeah. But it's like article after article talking about all the protesters and all here's pictures. They don't tell you that's in California. They do when you read into it, but when you look into Florida, where the bill actually is in place, it's one person.
Yeah.
And they're not telling you that. They're just talking about California over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be forgotten in like 2 days.
I think most people already forgot about it before today.
They were like, oh, that was the thing? That was the thing that was supposed to happen today? There was going to be this mass exodus of Disney employees, and yeah, it didn't go well. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.